Most women over 60 make one specific mistake with their lashes without ever realizing it. And it usually starts with a spice from the baking cabinet their grandmothers once trusted for hair and brows. Clove oil, the old household trick behind fuller-looking lashes, long before lash serums ever existed. The idea itself is simple enough. What most women get wrong is exactly how close they let it get to one very sensitive spot. And that one habit near the eyes is the difference between a gentle, old trick and a trip to urgent care. Rosemary here. I spent 22 years behind the chair at my own small beauty parlor. And in that time, I learned more about lashes, brows, and tired eyes than any magazine article ever taught me. Long before lash serums came in tiny prescription-strength tubes, women reached for warming spice oils the way their own mothers did for the scalp and eyebrows. Clove has shown up in household hair oils for generations, valued for its warm, almost tingling feel on skin, believed to wake up circulation wherever it was massaged in. It was cheap, it was already sitting in the spice rack, and it didn't require a special order or a wait at the pharmacy counter. Extending that same old habit to the lash line is a newer idea, built on that same old logic, rather than any specific ancient lash ritual I can point to and promise you is centuries old. Still, the reasoning behind it, gentle warmth, better circulation, a nourished hair shaft, is the same thinking women have trusted with their hair and brows for a very long time. It's a household habit passed along by word of mouth, not a laboratory formula. And there's an honesty in admitting that up front, rather than dressing it up as something it isn't. That's where the habit comes from. What matters more is what clove oil can honestly do for your lashes and exactly where it turns dangerous. And that part deserves your full attention right now. Your eyelashes are hair, just like the hair on your scalp, and hair responds to the same basic care, being kept conditioned, protected from breakage, and free from harsh handling. A properly diluted oil coats each lash, smooths the outer layer, and helps prevent the kind of brittleness that causes lashes to snap off before their natural cycle is finished. Clove itself contains a compound called eugenol, which is what gives it that warm, slightly tingling feeling on skin. Some women find that sensation appealing, believing it signals better blood flow to the area. I want to be honest with you here, because your eyes deserve caution over hype. There isn't strong evidence that this warming feeling actually speeds up lash growth itself. What a nourishing, well-diluted oil realistically does is protect the lashes you already have from breaking early, which over time can make your whole lash line look fuller simply because you're losing fewer lashes along the way. Think of it less like fertilizer forcing new growth and more like a good conditioner, protecting what's already there so it can grow out fully instead of snapping off halfway. Here is the one method to use, and please follow the amounts closely since this one matters more than most. Add a single drop of pure clove essential oil to 2 full tablespoons of a gentle carrier oil, such as castor oil or a plain vitamin E oil. That's a deliberately light amount, far more diluted than you'd use for a scalp treatment, because the eye area calls for far more caution than the rest of your head. Mix it in a small, dark glass bottle and shake gently before each use. Store it away from heat and sunlight, in a cabinet rather than a windowsill. This diluted blend keeps for about 6 to 8 weeks. If the scent turns sharp, sour, or noticeably different from when you mixed it, discard it and prepare a fresh, small batch rather than pushing through an old one. Label the bottle with the date you mixed it, so you're never relying on guesswork when it comes to something applied this close to your eyes. This step matters more than any other in this whole routine. Use a clean, dry spoolie or a small, clean lash brush, never your fingertip. Dip it lightly into the oil, then wipe off the excess against the rim of the bottle so the brush is barely damp, not dripping. Starting at the middle of the lash, stroke gently out toward the tips, working away from your eye rather than toward it. Keep it off your lash roots and well clear of your waterline and eyelid margin entirely. Apply this only before bed and rinse your lashes gently with plain water in the morning. Before you ever bring this near your eyes, do a full patch test elsewhere first. Then apply the diluted oil to your cheekbone, well below your lower lashes, for a few days in a row to confirm your skin tolerates it before it goes anywhere near your lash line. Start with 2 to 3 nights a week, never nightly at first. Give your eyes a full day off between applications in the beginning, so you have a clear chance to notice any delayed irritation before you apply it again. Keep that distance from your eye in mind as we go, because exactly how close this oil gets to your lash line is about to become the most important part of this whole video. Let's walk through 7 specific ways this old trick can go wrong, because with something this close to your eyes, precision matters more than enthusiasm. Some of these are easy fixes. The last one is the exact danger I promised you at the very start. Mistake 1, using clove oil at a stronger concentration than the recipe calls for, thinking a stronger mix means faster results. Eugenol is a potent compound, and increasing the ratio dramatically raises your risk of irritation without adding any real benefit to your lashes. Mistake 2, reaching for a synthetic clove fragrance oil or an old oxidized bottle of clove oil that's been open for a year and assuming it behaves the same as fresh, pure clove essential oil. It doesn't. And older oils are more likely to irritate skin than fresher ones. Mistake 3, skipping the cheekbone test and applying the diluted oil directly to your lash line the very first time you try this. That extra waiting step away from the eye itself is what tells you whether your skin tolerates clove at all before it's anywhere near something as delicate as your eye. Let's pause here for just a second. If careful, old-fashioned beauty advice like this earns a place in your routine, subscribing helps me keep bringing you one of these every week. Mistake 4, using it every single night right from the start, or reapplying throughout the day out of impatience. Eugenol sensitivity can build with repeated exposure over time, meaning skin that tolerated it fine in week 1 can start reacting by week 4 if it's overused. Mistake 5, expecting this old trick to replace a prescription lash growth treatment or professional lash extensions if you're after a dramatic, fast transformation. It won't work at that level. What it can offer is a gentle, supportive habit that protects the lashes you have from unnecessary breakage over time. Mistake 6. This next one is where carelessness stops being harmless. Using a mascara wand that's never been washed, or dipping the same applicator back into your bottle night after night without cleaning it, introduces bacteria directly next to your eyes, one of the most infection-prone areas on your entire body. A contaminated applicator near your eyes is a far bigger risk here than it would be almost anywhere else on your skin. Mistake 7. This is the danger I promised you at the very beginning. Letting this oil migrate too close to your lash roots, your waterline, or directly into your eye itself is the single biggest risk in this entire routine. Eugenol is a well-documented skin irritant and allergen, and eye tissue is far more sensitive than the skin on your face. If any oil gets into your eye, rinse thoroughly with plain water right away and seek medical care if stinging, redness, or blurred vision doesn't settle quickly. This isn't a step to rush or get casual about, no matter how many nights you've done it before without a problem. Now let's talk timeline, because your eyes deserve patience over hype, not a promise built for a headline. Eyelashes grow in slow, natural cycles that take weeks, not days. And no oil, ancient or modern, can shorten that biological process down to 3 days. What you may notice within the first week or two is that your lashes feel softer, look a touch glossier, and seem to shed less on your pillow or during makeup removal. Over several consistent weeks, some women do notice their lash line looking fuller, simply because fewer lashes are breaking off early in their natural cycle. That's a real worthwhile result, even though it's a slower, gentler story than 3 days suggests. Genuine new lash growth from a nourishing oil, if it happens at all, unfolds over a full growth cycle, not a long weekend. Give this trick a full 2 months of gentle, consistent care before you decide whether it earned a permanent spot in your routine. This next part matters, so please don't skip it. If you have a known allergy to clove, cinnamon, or other spice family ingredients, any eye condition, recent eye surgery, or wear contact lenses, check with your doctor before trying this at all. Never apply it if you have any redness, styes, or irritation already present near your eyes. Always patch test on your cheekbone first, well away from your eye before it ever touches your lash line. If you notice burning, ongoing redness, swelling, itching, or any eye irritation, stop immediately and rinse with water. Anyone using a prescription eye treatment or a strong retinoid nearby on the face should check with their doctor before adding this into the mix. A clear patch test is a good sign, but it's never a guarantee for every night going forward. One more time, quick and clear, since this one deserves care. Mix 1 drop of pure clove essential oil into 2 tablespoons of castor or vitamin E oil. Patch test on your cheekbone first, then a clean spoolie, applied from the middle of the lash outward, never at the roots or waterline. Use 2 to 3 nights a week, rinse off in the morning. Store the blend for 6 to 8 weeks away from heat and light. Watch closely for any eye irritation and always keep it away from your eye itself. That's the whole trick, and every single step of it is there for a reason. Real care, the kind that actually respects your eyes, was never going to happen in 3 days. And that's all right. It rewards patience over rushing, the same quiet patience women have always given the parts of themselves they wanted to feel good about. Your eyes have carried a lifetime of expressions, laughter, and tears, and they deserve gentle, careful care, not a race against a 3-day clock. Tell me in the comments, is clove already sitting somewhere in your spice cabinet? Next time, we'll go back into that brown notebook for a forgotten trick for softer, fuller eyebrows. Take care of yourself, my dear friend. You've earned it.